Hello, I'm Nutnicha Khimmona from Group 3. Today I'm gonna do the plastic CD. So we're gonna use the 2 cup of the dye K. So this one I use bentonite K. So we're gonna use the 2 cup of the bentonite K. Put in the big bowl. Okay, and then we can measure how many mass of the dye K, and then we're gonna calculate that. So right now we got 260 grams of the dye K. Okay, so after that we're gonna calculate how many mass of water that we're gonna use. So for this experiment, the first time we're gonna use the water contents from the 0 to the 15%. So we're gonna use that and then calculate how many mass of water. So as we know that content of water equal the weight of the water divided by the weight of the salt. So if we got dye K equal 260 grams, so we can get the mass of water equal 39 grams, and then we're gonna measure the weight of the water. So this one, we will use the digital scale to measure the mass of water. Okay. And then we pour it in the big bowl. And then use that and then mix together. So you can see that when we put the water in the K, it still have a lot of K powder, but it have some small, like the dough powder. and then we will measure, and then we will add some more water from the water content 15% to 20%. This one we will use the digital scale again, and then we're gonna calculate how many mass of water that we're gonna use. So just add 5% of the water contents. Okay. And then pour in the big bowl, and then mix it again. And then you can see after we add more water, this one is have less powder and have more dough powder, look like the dough powder. Okay, and then we will add more water from the water content 20% to water content 25%. Okay, and then we got the mass of water, and then same thing, pour in the big bowl and then mix it again. Oh, okay. For the detail, I feel like when I mix the water with the cake, this one is kind of like a little bit hard from the period. Okay, then you can see that they have many small, like the dough powder, small dough powder, and then they have less cake powder. We're gonna continue to add the mass of water, only water content 5%. So we're gonna add water content 5% until the water content equal 80%, and then we're gonna see how the cake in the big bowl, how it look like. So I'm gonna continue to do it again. Okay, I'm gonna continue to do it again until the water content equal 80%. And then mix this, same thing. Okay guys, when I do it until the water content 80%, the cake is look like pilly wet, and then it's kind of hard to mix that. Okay, you guys can see when I mix when I put the mass of water to the cake until the water content equal 80%. This one is kind of like really hard to mix that. Yeah, and the cake is really wet. Yeah, so yeah guys, so for this experiment you guys can evaluate the liquid limit of that soil, that how it look like when you guys increase the water content every tail, like this one. When you guys increase 5% of the water content every tail, you guys can see that when it's become the liquid, and then you guys can evaluate that, and then you guys can evaluate the liquid limit for this one. Thank you.